Sometimes the voice inside our head saying, do better, isn't love. It's shame wearing a motivational hoodie. Sometimes our obsession with growth is just self-loathing that's dressed up as discipline. And sometimes the version of us that gets celebrated for being so dedicated or so accountable or so constantly improving is actually just exhausted and terrified that we'll be unlovable if we ever stop trying. It's the push to become better, the urge to fix, to optimize, to rise, to evolve. And we've been sold 1,000 messages about self-development. Be more disciplined, right? Change your mindset. Stop being so triggered. Or manifest an even higher self. But somewhere along the way, many of us, we started using growth as a disguise. We weren't growing because we loved ourselves. We were growing because we were ashamed not to grow. And what looked like personal development was often self-rejection in disguise. We weren't meditating to feel whole. We were meditating to become good enough. And we weren't setting boundaries because we knew how we were worthy. We were setting boundaries because we didn't want to feel less like a failure when we couldn't keep everyone around us happy. And we weren't going to therapy to reconnect with ourselves. We were going to therapy to become less ourselves, less emotional, less reactive, less needy, less complex. It just becomes more polished and more spiritual, more socially acceptable. And it hides behind these bullet journals and vision boards and gym routines and trauma lingo and productivity hacks and religious fervor and vulnerability that's actually just curated honesty. We were taught to think that improvement equals worth. See, shame can be incredibly productive, but it's never liberating.